So guys, I'm not sure if my phone's on vibe, but I'm hoping it's on vibe. Guys, happy Saturday. I pray that you guys are having fun with your family and definitely spending lots and lots of time together. You know, time waits for nobody. So make sure you're, sharing your life with your loved ones. I get some people can't be around every member in their family, but definitely try and make amends, or just apologize, don't have no beef against each other. I mean, even though one family member might be stubborn, I get that. But, just try and be the bigger person in every situation of life. Guys, I have been away. So, I have been away for 2 days, I think. I think 2 days. But guys, okay, so what happened was, I know I mentioned this before, and guys, if you're wondering why I'm doing that thing, is because I have a lot of saliva, which I mentioned in I think the first or second video about, I developed saliva, and I still have it, guys. Still have it. Sorry. Saliva and the metallic taste, and I don't have anything in my mouth. Normally I'm eating I was eating some popcorn earlier. This popcorn piece in my tooth. I hate when popcorn gets stuck in my tooth. But anyway, I do have the metallic taste thing going on, so yeah, I kind of have to excuse it. It seems like it's getting worse, to be honest, and I don't like it. But what was I talking about? Can't remember. Can't remember what I was talking about. But I pray that you guys are spending time with your families. Try and be the bigger person in every life situations. So guys, I've been away. That's what I was trying to get to. So guys, I've been away, and like I mentioned, I deal with DSS, and to some people that would be embarrassing to say, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to realize, as a mother, you're going to have to do something, and there's not really a lot of leeway where I can do a lot of things. Not because I can't, it's just, not because I physically can't. It's just I have to try and figure out babysitting, and it's not cheap. It's very, 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 very expensive. And you know how DSS is, those who deal with DSS, that they say, oh, they're going to do this, oh, they're going to do that, they're going to do that, blah, 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 and they take fucking forever. But not only that, you have to, if you're in the TANF program type thing, then you deal with the constant job searches if you don't have one, and the constant crazy things they want you to do, and the constant calling, and you're like, damn, I don't want to have this hour meeting, and then sometimes there are longer meetings than an hour. Most time on the phone it's pretty quick, but it's just I was not feeling up to it. I had a serious fucking headache, and you gotta do job searches, 5 job searches every freaking week. And the thing about it is they're having you go online and fill out an application for a job, and then you gotta write down who you spoke to if you talked to them on the phone, or just circle email that you emailed them type thing. You gotta write down their address and their phone number, and for each job, and you gotta do 5 every week. Mind you, I don't mind doing that because of course everybody wants a job. But the thing is, if I don't have daycare, and I'm not gonna leave my kids with just anybody, and I can't, I can't afford it. How am I supposed to do the job is the question. You're having me fill out this stuff. These people are calling me and everything. And I can't go because I have no proper daycare for my kids yet. And that's the first thing I told them when I first went to TANF. And he literally, the second meeting with me, repeated the same shit I said to him. Oh, so you need a babysitter, that's the issue. Duh, motherfucker. Like, guys, if you can't do it my language, I apologize. But whenever I get upset or I'm just really expressing myself, forgive me, I do use foul language, and I'm sorry for that. That's why when I upload this video, I put not for children. This is just for adults. So I'm sure everybody's cursed in their life. So it's just a way of me expressing myself, but just know that I'm not a violent person in any way. It's just the way I express me and how the situation, basically how I express myself. Okay, so it's not, in a bad way. Okay, so anyway, so I'm telling you what I need. I can get my own job, that's no problem. It's just that I have 3 boys and my husband works, and he works a full job. Like, literally, he's a mechanic, and he's a really good mechanic, and he's a high rank mechanic, and he works at a very popular company. He works for a very popular company, and his work is strenuous, and it's constant, busy. And because he's number 1, and he's like a badass mechanic, like, he's always has to be there. And now that he's become a boss of other employees, he has to be there, So I'm not going to tell my husband he's got to take off some days so that he can watch the kids so I can work, Guys, that's the only reason why I joined it, TANF. I get, one, the income so I can be able to get things, for my family if I have to, if my husband can't, and also to get the vouchers, ABC vouchers for my children, so that they can go to daycare. And you gotta do all this shit. And it's like, when we get to your file, we will let you know. When, bitch? 2 years from now? It's just crazy. To be honest, I don't like TANF. I don't like the fact that with their, and I'm going to say it, a lot of people are probably going to laugh, but every DSS, wherever state you're in, I'm in South Carolina, whatever state you're in, their benefits may be different, but for South Carolina, I don't know how the hell they pick the scale of how much they feel like you should get paid a month in finances for your kids. And they go off of a scale of what your rent is, what your bills is, or whatever. Hell, my bill, one bill by itself, and that's my light bill, takes the whole TANF check. That's how small it is. And you're expecting me to use this for 3 kids. Thank you. And it's not that, because I'm grateful. It's just, how do you expect people to come to you for help? And it's like a slap in the face, because you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? There's so many people who don't need TANF that have it. And I'm not gonna get on that subject. That's their shit. That's their business. But when you need it is really what matters. And it's like, this shit, I can go out and work and make twice this amount, like maybe 3 times this amount, depending on what type of job and what type of overtime you like to do. It was just sad. It was very, 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 very sad. And they do it once a month. And you're having to do all this stuff to get it from them. And if you miss 1 week, you automatically, hold on, is it miss 1 week? I'm not sure if you miss 1 week with your assignments, if it'll get cut off, but I do know if you miss a meeting that happens every month with them, whether that be in person or on the phone, if you miss one, you automatically get taken off of that program and you have to start all over. It's ridiculous. It's just like, what the fuck? And people gotta do what they gotta do, but the world makes things hard. They make it hard. No one's asking for something free. We have to fill out a paper. We get that, we have to renew every time. But every time we renew, it's if we have new information about ourselves, we put it on there. Why give people a hassle? Why have people do job searches when they cannot get there? They cannot do it because they have an issue. They have a situation that's the reason they came to you. And if you're not trying to understand it, and then you forget and you're like, we help you get a job. We're going to help you get a job within 3 months. Okay, cool. But you're still forgetting the situation here. My children. I'm not going to leave my kids at home and go to work. The fuck? He's like, why don't you do a work from home? No. The second meeting, he's like, why don't you do a work from home job? I said, motherfucker, when I was, in the office, I specifically told you to your face that I would prefer a work from home job. That way I can be flexible for my kids, but the job would have to be a little bit flexible with me, with my kids going to school, my kids going to different academics and stuff like that. With my kids having to go to being dropped off at the babysitter, because a lot of babysitters, not babysitters, daycares don't have the car that goes to the schoolhouse, pick up your child, and take them to the facility and bring them home. Some do that and some don't. Dying to see one that actually does it. It was like during the time when I was a kid, they were doing that, and I don't know too many places that does it 24/7 between school, picking them up from school, taking them to the facility and bringing them home. That's really what I need, because that would definitely take a lot off my shoulders with trying not to be a chicken with my head cut off, trying to run here, run there, run here, run here, run here. It's like a merry-go-round that won't stop. It just keeps going faster and faster and faster and faster. Oh, guys, you know what? It reminds me of, I can't think of the name of it, but they had it at the fair last year. And it's like you have to stand, you're standing up and you're just holding on to the little belt that's holding you, and it's like a big wheel, and it spins around and around and around and around and around, and it goes up and it turns on its side and it's just spinning you around and around. Oh my goodness. When I got on that thing, I thought I was gonna fucking throw up. But that's what my life is like. It's like a million things in my head, and there's so much I'm trying to do, so much I'm wanting to do, And I'm so prevented from doing these things. And that's the help that I need. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to put so much stress on my husband, you know, and everything, because he is a good man. He's a wonderful man. And he has been here. And he's been my rock. You know, I know that Jesus is my number one man. And on earth, Johnny is my man. You know, no one comes before God. And, you know, I put nobody before God. Never. I never ever will. You know, I thank God for my husband. I thank God for my children. I thank God for everything. The good, the bad, the ups and downs, the worst, everything. Because everything we have comes from him. You know, I get a lot of us, we work hard and building a career and building a life for ourselves, you know, and you know, and that's how it's supposed to be. But at the same time, there's so much grace in that, and there's so much of God's hand moving through that. The good building. You know, so many do the opposite of good things to build their careers. And not sure if God's in that, but I do know that his grace is definitely there and his love is there. So, you know, he may not agree with a lot you do, but at the same time, he loves you and his grace is there for you, you know. It's there. So, what was I going to talk about? So guys, I guess throughout all the videos, you're learning a lot about me. And that's a good thing, you know. This is my way of this is just me being myself. And my personality, I'm kind, very friendly, loving person, very caring. You know, I do have moments where I do get pissed off and I do get mad, but I think everybody goes through that, you know? Everybody goes through that, you know? I like happy moments. I prefer happy moments than anything sad or lonely. I like to talk about life, give people hope, and knowing that there's a lot going on, but we must keep faith. We must keep hope alive and hoping for change. It may not be 100% change, but change will come, for everybody, you know, not just for one certain race, for everybody. So guys, I know that I mentioned that we're having a girl, and I wanted to kind of do a small update on that. I haven't come to terms with it. Like, I haven't really woken to a girl. I believe I won't really have that moment of wow, a girl, until she's here. Yeah. Because in my mind it's like still a boy. Even though I know she's a girl, I still feel like it's a boy. But I know it's a girl. It's just that it's not real yet that I have a daughter, you know, and I'm hoping that we get to record the birth and everything because I really want to know what my reaction would be. I really want to see myself and my daughter, our daughter, you know, and I've always wanted a daughter, but I never thought about it being a me. And the things that has scared me throughout life and just people sorry, my sis was texting me, and just people, you know, just what a lot of girls have gone through, you know, and I've seen so many reality shows and things like that, and I get some of it's fake, but I can't prevent my daughter from disrespecting me, you know. I can't prevent my daughter from having sex. I can't prevent my daughter from smoking. I can't prevent my daughter from drinking and partying and hoeing around. I can't prevent my daughter from none of these things. And instead of letting my heart race, I choose to pray. I know my grandma, my great grandma, she was something. She was very different. Like, you never know when she would be calm, or you never know when she would be chasing you through the house with a switch. Like, my grandma, I used to love going to my grandma Ole's house, and I used to love just sitting there with her, and she would have this apron full of money, but she would have it all separated from pennies, dimes, quarters, dollar coins, dollars, fives, tens, 20, yeah. And she would have them safety pinned to her dress. And I guess it's the old folks thing. And my grandma, every summer as a kid, she would tell me to clean her fridge or rake the yard and do something, and she would give me $20 every time. And she would whisper it to me, and she'll pull me by the shirt and she'll say, "Don't you tell nobody." She's like, "Don't you tell nobody I gave you that much." You know, I think about funny moments in life, and I just want nothing but the best for my kids, for my family, you know, my family that I grew. And, you know, not just my main family, my mom and dad, everybody, but also our own family that we have broken off and made of our own. You know, my husband, my children, our dogs, our family, you know. I want the very best for our family, and I want us to be nothing but happy, you know. I get we're not always going to be happy. We're not always going to have good moments. But life is what you make of it. Life is what you choose to do in every situation of life. You know, if you have a bad situation, you choose to be bad and have a negative mindset and feel sad and depressed and just angry, then that's your choice. That's how you chose to live that moment. I don't want us to live that moment. That's why I always tell my husband I love him, and I always hug him. He always hugs me. We always talk about everything, even if it's just wild, crazy stories that we just think off the top of our heads. But we definitely try and keep our love alive, our family alive, you know. We're doing the very best that we can in raising these boys, and now soon a girl. You know, I don't know how she's gonna do with the boys. I don't know. She may be tough though. She may be tough like mommy. She may be tough, you know. She may be tough. And again, she might have the mouth like mommy. I don't know, but I know I see the boys' personalities, and a lot of it's not me. And mm-mm. Uh, and so I'm really hoping. I don't know. I don't know if I'm hoping she has my personality or Johnny's personality. I don't know. I guess I'm just curious. You know, I want my daughter as a teenager and growing up to be very respectful, not disrespect, you know. But the thing is, you can't prevent it because they have to go to school. They will eventually see it. They will eventually learn it. But my grandma always told me raise a child up as they should go. That when they depart, um, they'll know their way back. They'll know their way back home. They'll know what to do. They'll know what not to do. For me, like my mom used to pray with us when we were kids, and when I turned a certain age, I decided, I think it was like 10, I decided to move out of my mom's and to my grandma's because I felt different in my family. Yeah, I didn't feel like I actually was like had the same personality as my siblings, which I don't at all. And yeah, I just felt different. And instead of being understood for my personality, I was mostly like laughed at or wow, or just didn't feel the good I didn't feel the good. Vibe of family. So I chose to go to my grandma's, and my grandma had me in church. She did different things with me, and she was a good grandma. Um, but my personality, it came from me. Well, it came from God, of course, but I don't know if I've ever met anyone in my family with my personality. Not yet. And maybe my mom has it, maybe my mom. But, my mom, I guess she just don't show the positive side of her a lot as much as I do. Um, I'd rather be happy. I'd rather smile every day. I'd rather not cry. I'd rather have a world full of loving, caring people and not hateful people and not people who are trying to hurt each other. I guess in my mind, I guess me alone, I'm soft. you know, I'm a soft person. Like, I'm very sensitive, easily to cry, but I'm not like, if I have to defend myself, I will defend myself. It's just, I really prefer to be a good person, you know? Yeah, excuse my hair. I know it's a mess. I gotta do something to it. But I guess I'm soft. I'm a very soft person, and I don't like yelling, and I don't like arguing. I don't like all these things. I get it. I've done it in my life. I've argued with my husband. But I don't like it, and I don't like how it makes me feel. I'm a very honest person. I think I'm too honest. But I've never met anyone like me. I know there are people in the world that are just as wonderful as me. Um, Soft, just prefer happy, you know. But I've never met one yet, so far. I've never met a very just happy person. and just want nothing but the best for everybody, you know, everybody, everybody. I don't wish bad on nobody, and I don't think negative of people. I don't think negative of my ex-husband, of his cheating and whatnot. I don't. It hurt me and everything, and I will get into that story maybe another day. Um, and I think I'm gonna probably name it Divorce and Healing. Probably Divorce and Healing, because I guess I should say it since I'm already on it. Um, divorce for me, I should say marriage. Marriage for me, when I first got married, I was 21. 20, no, 21. And it was it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, you know. But again, life is what you make of it. Um, it wasn't a marriage, but in my mind, I was committed to my vows, and I didn't realize he wasn't. Um, he was a really big liar and a manipulator, and he was cheating on me a long time before I found out. And I found out because he told on himself. Well, technically, I went snooping. Basically, told him himself when he had to set up the Wi-Fi. He set up the Wi-Fi for me in the house when he moved in, and it was some email and some password. But I remember a time when he used a certain Facebook that I've never seen before, and something just told me to just try and use the two together. And I logged into the secret Facebook I know I've seen before. And come to find out, he had so many Facebooks. And this particular one was the main one he was using to be a whore. Yeah. So, found out about the girl, found out about him having sex with her, different things. Found out about a lot of the lies he told me. How did I feel? I was angry, but I was calm. I just said to him, tell me the truth. You know, I can respect you more as a man and as a person if you tell me the truth. I don't care if it hurts me. I can respect you and love you more if you tell me honestly. I love an honest person. And he just chose to lie to my face. And once he lied to me, and I knew it, I had proof of it. I'm a type, I have to have proof. I'm not gonna sit up here and accuse you of nothing unless I have proof. And I had that proof, and he lied to me. We had nothing else to talk about. Like, I was done. I'm not gonna spend another year with you. No. You know, I get some people can get through cheating, but he wasn't worth spending another time. I could get past cheating, but he wasn't worth another year of my life. No, he wasn't worth it at all. Everything that man put me through, he was not worth it. So I chose to end it because I didn't want to live in a marriage I knew I was depressed with, but I kept my vows, you know, and I prayed for him and I tried, you know. You know, it takes two to make any relationship work, and it takes two to destroy it. And my thing was, because I was so depressed, I stopped having sex completely. We would do it like on and off. But he didn't have a car. I had to get him a job. I got him a really good job. And twice. And it's just like he couldn't do it on his own. He would rather have it free if he could, you know? It was just, I'm your mama and your wife. And then you can disappear when you felt like it. And I was the one that's supposed to not go party and not do what I do, you know? And that just wasn't fair. And I never cheated. I never done anything. I never partied anything. I stayed home and I took care of our son and went to work, provided for him, you know, for them, provided for them. You know, things happened. It's hard, but if you're going through it, you know, you gotta look at the good and the bad. You gotta know if it's worth it or not worth it. You can't always just look at the bad things. And yes, the bad things may be a bit much, but you'll know if it's not worth it. You'll know, because I've seen some people, you know, curse each other out really, really bad, hit on each other, you know, and then they were getting ready to go their separate ways and realize, I love you, and if I need to change, I'm willing to change. Some people are willing to stand up and really, really, really mean it and change. And then there's some that just feels they can do better, and then they realize they can't do better and they get worse. So, you know, you can put on a fake smile all you want to and say that you have the most perfect relationship, you know, but a relationship is hard. It's hard because you're two people with two different personalities coming together to create a world together, and you're having to minimize some ways and compromise in ways so that you two can live together and be together and cope with life together, you know? And a lot of people are stubborn in their own ways. And, you know, it's some people, it's my way or the highway, or it's my way or you know, I'll beat you up, you know? Everybody, being in a relationship it's a very complicated thing. And you have to be willing to bend a lot of yourself. And he has to be willing to do the same, he or she. I mean, I'm a woman, so I'm gonna say he. And he has to be willing to do a lot of things. Johnny and I, we bump heads every now and again. But we love each other very much. And we get through it. We talk about it. And honestly, I've never been with a man like I have with Johnny. And I've never had a man to really understand me. I remember wanting to stop dating and just wanting to give up on men and just be celibate and just raise my children. And I remember just praying to God. And I said, Lord, you know, I picked these men, and these men were shit. Lord, I'm asking you to pick the man you have set for me. Bring him forth in my life. And let him be just for me. For us. help him, Lord, to be a good father to my boys, and to be a good man, to always be there through thick and thin. And guys, it has been some rough moments, but he has been here and he's still here, and it's the grace of God. It's the grace and favor of God, you know. So many of us, we lose out on a lot because we're moving so fast, we're doing things so quickly. But you're forgetting the big point, and that's life. And that's just going outside and smelling the air, looking at the sun, the clouds, watching the stars. Your world, our planet. If it wasn't for our planet, where would we be? You know? I love the show, Swamp People. That is my show. I love Swamp People. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, they will crack you up. But it's amazing what they do. And to the point, like, I would not mind doing it, you know. Probably be scared at first, but I wouldn't mind. Nah, I don't know about the snake part, but, you know. Probably do like the alligators and the I forgot what they call them, goldfish. I can't remember what they're called, but it's just so cool how they catch them and everything. And oh my goodness, these close to calls. I love Swamp People. I think me and my husband watch Swamp People every night. Oh man, that is our show. But guys, I just thank you guys for tuning in for this chat with me. I know we were all over the place on this Saturday, but this Saturday was just free day. It's just all over the place day, you know. It's just me being me. And I pray everybody is having an amazing Saturday with their families or their loved one, whoever. And just remember to stay positive, smile. You know, I know every day's not going to be the best day, but you can make any day a good day, even if it's a fucked up day. You just have to have the willpower in yourself and the faith in yourself, and knowing that no matter what's going on, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to always speak positive over myself and just be the best that I can be. We don't always have to be negative. We don't. There's so many negative people in this world. It's not even funny. But that's them, you know. You can only talk, but you can only talk and show them. But their way is their way, and I'm okay. I'm okay with that because that's you, and I'd rather you be you than be somebody you're not. But I still would say speak positive over yourself, and definitely smile. Be grateful in every situation, and whatever you're going through, whatever breakthrough you're wanting, it's gonna work out. Trust me, I should know. I've had so many breakthroughs in my life, and there's just one breakthrough I'm waiting for. And guys, I got discouraged this morning and I had some bad news. And I wanted to do nothing but cry. But I had to tag a war with my mind and with what I know. So it's kind of like giving up hope, and the other side's speaking positive things and saying it's okay, don't give up, remember everything that God has brought you through, remember everything you've been through, and remember everything that we want to accomplish and what we're fighting for. You know, I had a tug of war with my mind. And sometimes you got to. Because if you give up, you'll never see it. You'll never see it. I don't know, it could take forever. It could take forever. But it's worth it if it's really what you want, what you need, you know? So I choose to keep my faith and do only I can do in my hand. Do what I can do in my own strength. And then give the rest to God and let Him fix the rest. Him help me to get it in order, to get it right, to take away this stress. Guys, I'm a talker. I love to talk. But I also love talking about anything to do with life, anything to do with just a positive mindset and just being a good person. And if that makes me too soft for people, I understand that. But I'd rather be calm. I'd rather be positive. There's a lot of things that I have never done in my life. Bad things, you know, bad things that most of society do. I've never done it. Because I choose not to. And it's just myself, my spirit, I should say, won't let me cross paths. It just won't. I can get so upset and so frustrated and so fed up about any situation. And if it's not the truth, if it's not honesty, if it's not speaking positive things over everyone and just being a good person and caring person, you know, if it's not good, I don't want it. I don't want it. You know, I get that, you know, that makes me very vulnerable in this world against so many people who can dish it and not have a reaction of, I'm sorry, you know? You know, that's just people. And you can't prevent that. But guys, I appreciate you guys listening to me. Pray you guys have an amazing Saturday. And just speak positive over everything in your life. Keep that positive mindset and know that you are amazing, and that you have the most precious smile in the entire world, and that no one can make you negative without you choosing to be. Okay? I'll talk to you guys later, right? Bye.